List file, as you can see, we have 4 sheets. We have the main screen, the waiting list, comments, and the source. So in the main screen, this is actually like an overview of all our data. So you would see here, this is it shows the total number of children enrolled in a class and which are group according to the colors, which are the priority. So we have the total number here enrolled is 58. And then this graph is relating to this one, to our table. So if you would see here, we have different areas. We have this one. This is sort of like a search box for the child. So for example, we would search for a particular child. Let's say it's Tomcat. So press enter, and then all the data relating to the child. So in this case, Tomcat. So we have here date of birth, age, class, schedule. So everything that is relating to the child. We could also see here that if a particular child have siblings, so it will display here. As you can see, we have sibling 1, sibling 2, and sibling 3. So in this case, Mickey Mouse is a sibling of Tomcat. So it will also display the class that Mickey Mouse is in or waitlisted in. So we have here kindergarten. And then another area of our main screen is this part, the input comment. So in the top, you could see here, there's a note. Note, do not type in anything except the comment box in input comment and child's name search box area. So the only thing that we could edit in here in our main screen is first our comment box. So this is the comment box, input comment. This is where we could edit. And then another one is the child's name search box area. This one. This is our child's name search box area. So this is the only thing that we could edit and type in. So if we would delete that, nothing will be displayed. So going back to our input comment, you could see here that there is a date. So the date here is actually the current date or the date today. So it will automatically display the current date even if we will not type anything in here. So this is actually, it will automatically populate the current date. So if you would notice, if we type the name of the child, all the data will display. Also in the comment area, input comment area, we have the child's name here. The name of the child that we type in here will automatically display also in here. So this is directly related to each other. So for example, we would write notes relating to this child. It will automatically display here the child's name. So how do we type in the comments or type notes for the child? So what we would do is like type here the name of the child, the date, this is current dated, and then type in the comment or notes. This is just an example. I don't know. And then press enter and then click save. So if you would notice here at the bottom, we could now see the comment that we just typed in. So it will automatically populate and will automatically go here in our comment sheet. So if we would go to the bottom, we have it here. So Tomcat and had a nice conversation. So going back to the main screen, So if you want to clear this out and type in a new comment, so just clear that one out, click the clear button here, and then if you would see, the data that we entered here was cleared. So another like area in our main screen is this one. So we are not allowed to edit anything here because this part only is for like displaying the previous data or comments for the child. So as you've noticed earlier, when we type in a comment for Tomcat, it automatically displayed here. So we shouldn't edit anything in here. So again, the only thing or the only parts that we could edit in the main screen is this one, the search box area, only this part, and this one, the comment area, input comment. Another thing, if we want to like input a comment for a particular child, but we want it to be encoded as a different date. So as I've said earlier, this one is current dated, so this is only for today or the current date. If we want to use a different date, all we have to do is, you see, double click, and then this will be displayed, and then click on the date that we want. So for example, we want it to be April 21. So April 21 will display here, and then let's say we input another comment here. Yeah, let's just hi, hello. So press enter again and then click save. So if you would notice, the comment will go here, and the date is April 21 as what we have clicked in here. So clear that out. So if you would notice here, there is a phrase written, double click to select a different date. That's what we did. And then next, we paste this formula back into the cell. So this is the formula. So what we would do after you input the comment with a different date, all you have to do is like copy this one. So equals today and open and close parenthesis and press enter. We did that so that it will go back to its original form, which is current dated. So now delete. We would go to the comments. So this sheet reflects or displays everything that we type in our comment box or input comment box in the main screen. So this one, everything that we type, everything that we saved in here will be placed in this sheet here. So as you can see, we have the date, the child's name, and the comment. So this data came from here. This is the date, the child's name, and the comment. Okay, and then for our waiting list sheet, so as you can see, we have here different classes. So these are the classes. So we have new arrivals, infants, toddlers, early preschool, pre-K, kindergarten, school age, summer, and fall. And then if you would notice here, we grouped it according to its class. So these are all the classes. So let's say if we would press this plus button in the left, let's say the toddlers, if we would click that, all the children that is waitlisted in the toddlers class will display in here, and all their data. So say for example, we have here, So we have here the date, the stat. The stat is based on the priority, so it differs from, maybe you have a different stat for your center, so we could change this one. We have also the child's name, the contact person, the status. This is the date of birth. This is the age of the child in years, and this is the age of the child in months. The class that the child is in, the schedule, the start date, CCAP or self-pay contact number, email address, and we also have here if the child have siblings, we could input it here, siblings. And if you have 2 or more centers, this is where we would display the center that the child is waitlisted in. So for example, we would put here, in this case, we have Fruta and Grand Junction or Fruta and Grand Junction. So we would click anything here. And then if you would notice at the top, there is a note that says do not type in gray areas. So these are the gray areas. This one, age, months, class. This one, the child's age in months. And this one, the date at the right. So for example, if we would enter a child's information. So let's just copy this. So the date. And then we would click here, we just click this drop down arrow and this list will come out. So all we have to do is click on the list. So let's just say this is red, and then so for example we would copy here and then input the data also in here. And for example, Charlie Brown have siblings, so let's just say Anna and Elsa. So these are the siblings of Charlie Brown. If you would notice, when we input the date of birth of the child, the class automatically displayed, so that is toddlers. It's because we encoded it or programmed it in a way that if the child is like 19 months old, it will belong to the toddlers class. So I will show later here in the source how it works. And then if you would also notice, once we type in Charlie Brown, it is highlighted in pink. Well, the reason for that is we also made it in a way that if we have duplicate names or duplicate child in this column, which is the child's name, it will automatically turn into pink or be highlighted in pink, so that we would know that there are data that are duplicated. So as you can see here, Charlie Brown is highlighted in pink because there are 2 of them. But if we would delete that one, only one Charlie Brown, the pink highlight will also disappear. In the case of this column, the contact person, it is okay if it is highlighted in pink because it signifies that, for example, we have here the contact person is Aladdin. So under Aladdin, it signifies that Tigger, Snoopy, and Winnie the Pooh have the same contact person, and that is Aladdin. So this might be like Aladdin is their parent or like guardian. So it's okay if it is highlighted in pink. And then as you can see here, since these are all siblings, we should input the siblings name in here. So in this case, so for example, Winnie the Pooh, so Tigger, Winnie the Pooh, and Snoopy. This is Tigger. 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 So for example, for Snoopy, okay, so for Tigger, we have here Snoopy and Winnie the Pooh. These are his siblings. For Snoopy, we have Tigger and Winnie the Pooh, and for Winnie the Pooh, we have Tigger and Snoopy. So all we have to do is just encode or type in the siblings in here. And then it says here in the top, I said like do not type in gray area. So as I've explained, do not type here, do not touch these gray areas. And then say for example we want to add another column in here, or I mean row. So for example, these are all, so this is already filled up, for example. So and we want to add more children in this class. So what we should do is that, let's say you want to insert in here. So all you have to do is insert a row, and then this one you have at the bottom, new child, insert and copy above. So what we should do is highlight it, click it, and then copy or control C, copy, and then highlight this one, the one that we inserted a while ago, and then paste or control V. Okay, so paste. Control V. Yeah. So in this way, we would also copy the formulas in here, because the gray areas, as I've explained, have formulas in it. So to ensure accuracy of all the data that we enter in here, that is what we should do. Insert a row in here, or wherever you want to insert the row, copy this row, and then paste it in here, so that all the formulas will be copied as well. So let's just delete that one. So same with the other classes, if you want to add rows, we can also do that. So you see. And then same with the others. We have the same data and how to navigate this one. So it's the same with all the classes. And then for example, you want to arrange this according to the colors, or you want to rearrange the data. All we have to do is just drag. So highlight, for example, you want to move this at the top, highlight, and then just drag it up, and that's it. So you just have to click it and drag it. Same with the others. So if you would notice, an example we have here in preschool, although this is a preschool class that we have here, you would notice that there are children with that belong to other classes. Say for example, we have here Bubbles should be in pre-K and Buttercup should be in school age. So the reason for this is that since Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have the same contact person, or are siblings, we decided to put it in one class, to put them in one class. So we also group them. We have here, this is group to signify that they are siblings. Also, to make it easier to input the sibling data in here, so as I've explained earlier, if this is for Blossom, we would input sibling 1 is Bubble, sibling 2 is Buttercup. For Bubbles, we have sibling 1 is Blossom, sibling 2 is Buttercup, and Buttercup, Blossom, and Bubbles. Bubbles. So in that way, it will display in here, let's say we would type here Blossom. So the siblings of Blossom, we have Bubbles and Buttercup, and their classes will display also. So we should also make sure that aside from those with siblings, the one that we placed in here are those that belong to the class. So what if, example, let's say 19. So 19. So we have here Spider-Man doesn't have a sibling, but its class is infant. So clearly, Spider-Man doesn't belong to this class. So if we want to transfer it, all we have to do is highlight and then drag to, let's say, in here. There. Here, just drag it in here. Okay, so now Spider-Man is now in the infant class. So another thing is, what if you want to um, eliminate one class, or you want to remove one class since you won't be needing a class. So for example, you don't have a class that is like new arrival. So all you have to do is um, click this one, highlight this, and then delete. So all we have to do is right click and then delete. So with that, it's already gone. Or another is we could highlight this one, all of this, the entire class, and then right click and then delete rows. So that's another thing. And then if we want to just change the name of the class, so in this case the new arrivals, we just want to remove it. So let's say we just want to rename this one. All we have to do is just like rename it. Let's say infant. This is just an example. So let's say infant. Yeah, just type it in there, and then this also infant. So that. So as I've mentioned, if you want to remove, let's say, this one, although this will reflect in the main screen, we have here the new arrivals, infants, toddlers, and so on. Since you want to remove the infants, the new arrivals class, or you already did, although we remove that one, it will still display here zeros. So if you want to remove it, all we have to do is just remove it, delete. And if you would notice, the graph changes, so there the new arrivals isn't in here anymore. So that's how you delete it. And then going back to our comments, the waiting list. So yeah, that's it. So the only thing that we should remember here is, the few things that we should remember in navigating this sheet is that first, do not type in the gray areas. This one, also this, and in adding more rows, just highlight this one, new child insert, highlight, and then copy, and then paste on paste or control V. So paste. And then to delete rows, just highlight the row that you want to delete, or you want two or more. Just highlight and then click delete. Also, if the child's name is highlighted in pink, it signifies that we encoded duplicate values, or like for example, two children have the same name. So if in that case, let's say there is a Spider-Man. So there is a child with the name Spider-Man. So of course it will change, it will be highlighted in pink. So what we should do is like make it a unique value, and like let's say for example put a surname, let's say Spider-Man S. So yeah. So now since they are both unique values, they will not be highlighted in pink anymore. Also in our class, this is based on the age of the children or the child. So whatever we input in this date of birth affects the class that the child is in. Also, if one child doesn't belong in this particular class, all we have to do is, if we want to transfer, is like click the entire row and then drag it to the class that it should be. Now going to our last sheet, this is the source. So as I've mentioned earlier, our class is directly affected by the child's age. So in this sheet, you would see that so we program it in a way that, for example, in our new arrivals, so we have here the age in years, the age in months, and the category or the class. So we program it in ways, for example, in the toddlers, all those children with uh, that are 12 months to 12 to 30 months will automatically belong to the toddlers class. But if you have different ranging, you could change it in here and not in here. So if you have different ranging for your classes, you could change it here. So example again, our toddlers is 12 to 30 months, but if you want to change it, you could do so. For example, you want uh, toddlers to be 12 to 42 months. So that would be okay. All you have to do is change it in here. It depends on the age range of your classes. So that's the only thing that you could edit here. So here for our pre-K, we have 56 months to 71, kindergarten 72 to 83, and so on. if you would also notice here, our class is color coded. So if you want to change the colors of the class, so all you have to do is click format, conditional formatting, and then I'm no. So first is click here, whatever part that is in this column, you just click anywhere there. Then format, conditional formatting, and then say for example, you want to change the color for the kindergarten because you don't want to, you don't want that color, you don't like that color. So all you have to do is find it here, kindergarten. So this is the kindergarten, click it, and then here, and then change the color here. So this one, nope, change the color here. For example, you want it to be this color, pink, I think pink, and then click done. So if you would notice here, let us take a look at the kindergarten. Kindergarten. Oh, this one, kindergarten. So you see the kindergarten turned into color pink. So let's change it back. No. So that's how we change the colors. So going back to the main screen, so in the input comment area in here, so there you might encounter a problem uh, where when you click the save button, it will not go through or something will like pop out. So all you have to do is if that happens, um, oops. So that is what you should do. And then if ever you encounter that kind of problem where um, you should allow a permission, so that is what you are gonna do. Okay, so if ever you have problems or you have to um, if you want to customize something or you want to do a more customized file, all you have to do is reach out to childcare biz consulting. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.